Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into it. All right, we're going to talk about several things. A little bit of March Madness update. We'll do that. We got to talk about this Michigan mess. And I thought I was done with Georgia for a couple of days. They've got another arrest. What can you do? Now, this Matt Weiss situation up in Michigan. Now, I don't want to say Michigan's got a lot of problems, but they got a lot of problems. I mean, it's ridiculous, the crap they've been going through or they put themselves through. Now, this Matt Weiss is just the latest development in the whole situation up there with that athletic department. This one is weird.
A former University of Michigan coach is charged with hacking thousands of athletes' online accounts to get their private photos. Today, Matt Weiss was charged with unauthorized computer access and identity theft. Detroit prosecutors say from 2015 to 2023, Weiss hacked into databases of more than 100 schools. He then got access to social media, email, and cloud storage accounts of more than 2,000 athletes, most of them women. The University of Michigan fired him 2 years ago when he did not cooperate with that investigation.
Yeah, this guy is, you want to talk about being up to no good. Sounds like he liked looking at videos and pictures that were not meant for him. They were meant for somebody's intimate partners. So he obviously had some sort of problem. And we don't know if this had anything to do with the cheating scandal as far as, is that how they found out about it? Were they investigating that and all of a sudden they found these videos of, other teams and their signs? Did that play a part in it? We don't know. It's taken 2 years for them to come up with these indictments. And we still don't know what's going to happen with Michigan, the Connor Stalions sign stealing deal.
Sign stealer guy.
And what they're going to end up negotiating with the NCAA, or if they're just going to go to the hearing and just take their punishment. It sounds like they've been trying to negotiate. I've been hearing rumors of that, but then Award Manual came out and said, nothing to see here. Everything's fine. We don't know what you're talking about. Hardly, what? Bowl ban? What? Vacate wins? What? So anyway, he's done a little bit of a Baghdad Bob. But anyway, yet another piece of the pie of Michigan's problems. It's just that whole athletic department is a huge mess. It just is. So anyway, we'll keep track of what's going on up there with Michigan. It's as the world turns.
And now for the next 30 minutes, As the World Turns. Brought to you today by Gentle Joy.
And speaking of As the World Turns, Georgia, another player arrested. I reported yesterday about the Nitro Tuggle dude. This time it's Marquez Easley. I didn't even know that happened just afterwards. This guy, his white Dodge Challenger left the roadway and connected with a power distribution box. The car also hit two other vehicles parked in a driveway as it continued out of control. And here you see the picture of the vehicle. As you can see, wrecked into this vehicle, ran into this apartment complex. And this is a bad car right here. This thing will fly. And obviously, who knows what all was involved with that, but he tore that place asunder. Look at this. You can see where he hit this power box, then slammed into here. Fortunately, nobody was out here. It'd been awful. And we talked about this yesterday. There'll be some slaps on the wrist. There'll be some, look, this is the 25th and 26th arrest for reckless driving, racing, DUI, blah, 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 blah. It's everything you can think of down there. And Kirby Smart's lost complete control of any discipline outside of the football field. Now, on the field, he does a great job. Great coach. Off the field, when it comes to handling this situation, I don't think he could do a worse job. I just don't. Look, it's all about the W's for Kirby, and he's great at that. That's why he makes $13 million a year. But when it comes to taking care of problems like this, he's not going to do a thing. He's going to slap on the wrist and say, look, that's all I can do, and that's how this will play out. There'll be a limited suspension or two that affects nothing, and we'll just move on from there. And nothing to see here on this one, too. So, hey, at least he's winning. All right, now let's talk about something positive. Let's talk about March Madness, something fun. Get off this negative stuff for a minute. And here's the brackets. You can see Auburn took care of Alabama State. They're going to be playing Creighton, 7 o'clock tomorrow. See, Michigan will be playing Texas A&M at 5 o'clock. Baylor beat Mississippi State. BYU and Wisconsin are going to square off. Alabama just beat Robert Morse gave them a game, man. It was almost, I think they were down 1 point with like 5-6 minutes to go. Alabama pulled that off. Sears took care of the game. He just took over. Let's see, Houston, of course, beat SIUE Suey.
What?
And Gonzaga beat Georgia. So we lost a couple of SEC teams. Looks like Georgia and who else? Mississippi State and, well, that may be it, just the two. So Clemson got beat. That was a surprise, barely, just by a point, and that looked like, 2 points. McNeese State was way ahead of them. And then, of course, Tennessee beat Walford. We'll go over that in a minute. And UCLA just whooped the dog crap out of Utah State. So they're coming in hot against Tennessee at 9:40. Man, that's going to be a midnight game, basically, by the time they're done. Arkansas, they survived against Kansas. They'll be playing St. John's. That'll be a tough game. And then Texas Tech and Drake. And Tennessee held off Wofford, beat them by 15. I don't think Rick Barnes was real thrilled with the way Tennessee played in that game. He didn't seem too happy. I don't think the defense suited him at all. He did not expect them, I'm sure, to score more than 50, and they did. It looked like we kept coming off our guys to double team, and then that leaves a wide open three. So I think he was very annoyed by that. Fortunately for us, Chaz Lanier was hot. As you can see, he was 11 for 22, 6 for 13 from three, and scored 29 points. Ziegler scored 12 points. He had a very nice game. And Meshack played a good game. It was really Ziegler, Lanier, and Meshack kind of carried the team. Phillips helped a little bit, and so did Gainey. Gainey always throws in some points. He's a good, solid player. Igor didn't have that good a game. I thought Felix played decent. We did not get to watch Foulwich do the granny shot. I'm so annoyed by that. I was really looking forward to that. And he's the guy you'd want to foul, but we didn't have to. He only scored 2 points. He normally scores like 11. He looked... He was not a match for what we had inside at all. And really, we were way better than this team. They had kind of lucked into the tournament by winning their little conference thing. They were 19 and 15. So, they weren't that good this year. I'm surprised we didn't beat them 30, honestly, and I'm a little bit concerned about it. They did manage to shoot good from three. They had too many open shots from there. They didn't kill it, but I tell you what, 42% is well above their average. And that's well above what Tennessee allows. I feel like I don't want to call it lazy. They just didn't take this team seriously enough. But here's the deal about the NCAA tournament. You survive and advance. That's what you do. It doesn't matter if you win by 1 or 100. You survive and advance. And that's what Tennessee did. And the SEC, we'll see, they've already lost, 2 teams out of the 14. They're down to 12. They'll probably be down to 9 or 10 after today. And then they go into the 32 teams, and then they'll probably lose some more there. I'm kind of expecting the SEC to have 4 or 5, at most 6 teams in the Sweet 16, somewhere in that neighborhood if I had to guess. And the ACC's already lost half their teams, so we'll see how it plays out. But should be a very fun weekend, and the games will get better. Look, these first games, this first 32 games, you're going to have a lot of blowouts. That's very typical. I'm looking for the Cinderella team. We haven't found one yet, but the weekend's early. And if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Let's me continue to cover all these big college sports stories. If you've not subscribed, hit this little button right over here. It won't cost you a dime. Help you get my videos. And right over here is the most recent video. YouTube thinks you'll enjoy. We'll see you next time on Sports Talk Jay.
I want you to know it's over.
Well, bye.